TV 16. Jack Steffen is here with us from Gorham Bike and Ski. See, the Steffen is now throwing me off. Everything I'm saying with an ST is part of it. How are you today?
I'm terrific with this snow. How can you not be terrific?
And all the trails that you have open up there, I mean, the number of kilometers up in Jackson is fabulous.
It's the best skiing ever. And our groomers have done a great job all year, but with this extra snow, it's really special.
And so that you're not losing too much in the wind. You're packing it down, getting it groomed right out.
Exactly. They're working through the night, so we have the best skiing available.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that we're going to talk about today from Gorham Bike and Ski is you've been on here. We've talked about the skis themselves and some other things and the wax. But let's talk about poles. And I think that's one of the things that with any type of skiing, people kind of think of, oh, it's just a pole.
Right.
But by looking at what we have here, it isn't just a pole. You have quite a variety. So, well, actually, before we do that, we'll talk about the boots because we only have one boot but multiple poles.
Yep.
So let's talk about cross-country ski boots.
Well, I think one of the big things with cross-country ski boots in the last couple of years is they've become a little lighter. They've become a lot warmer and more comfortable. When we interview people for new product, one of the things I point out right off the bat is the most important thing you can find in a package is comfortable boots. We are really kind of blessed with the Fisher boots because I think they're one of the more comfortable ones on the market. It's got a nice wide last, so it fits people really well, and yeah, they're outstanding boots.
Oh, that's great. And you obviously have different styles. I mean, there's different...
Absolutely.
I don't say fashions, but...
Well, yeah, and there's different levels, different ankle support. Some people are used to the alpine skiing. They really like to have that ankle support. So we have some that have an outside cuff to aid with that. This happens to be a more performance-oriented boot, still incredibly warm and really nice and lightweight.
Very cool. It is extremely lightweight. That was the thing that I noticed.
Yep.
So now let's move on to poles. And you brought a variety of poles here with you today. And the thing that's most amazing about some of these poles is when you get into the carbon fiber poles.
Right.
Which are just, I mean, I'm lifting this with one hand. Which I should be able to do anyway, but anyway.
Well, really what one of the advantages of carbon fiber is really it's a stiffer pole, so when you're pushing off, there's less flex. You're getting direct motion from the snow forward. So that's the big advantage. The second advantage is lightweight, and it's almost like bicycling. Some of the top-end bicycles are not only carbon fiber, but you get into the high molecular weight carbon fiber. Same thing with the poles. Some of the poles are just killer light, killer stiff, and you know, they're the high molecular weight carbon fiber. As you start going down price point wise, they start putting in some fiberglass for the carbon fiber. So the percentage of carbon fiber goes down. Eventually you get to a point where the fiberglass as well as equals the same weight as aluminum. Aluminum is a little less expensive to manufacture, so they go to an aluminum pole.
Yeah.
And some of the high-end aluminum poles really are pretty spectacular in their own right.
Yeah.
Now, one of the big advantages to a little bit better pole is when you have a cork handle. The cork handle is not only warmer, but it's also less slippery when it gets wet. Oh. So if you look around at a display that has a number of different poles, that will be one of the benefits of a better pole. You'll see all of them have the cork handles.
Okay. And then you also mentioned, we'll hold it right here,
yep.
And about the new grip for that, and I'll hold this while you kind of show the grip.
Yes, and this happens to be a Swix original. It's really easy to go in. It's got Velcro on the back. You're really pushing off down here rather than grasping that pole. That does two things for you. By grasping the pole, you're pushing the blood out of the fingertips. So this is actually a warmer pole. And you're just kind of cupping it and holding it in place and pushing off down here.
Now, do a lot of poles now have that system?
I think there are probably more than half that do, yes. As you get down to a lower level, you'll see something with just a strap. And that's kind of the old system. They're getting a little wider, so again, you can push off down here.
Yeah.
There's some adjustment up here, so you can move it forward, get a little closer. You're looking for really a hinge in here more than anything else.
Yeah. Now this pole is cool because it's adjustable.
It is. This is a backcountry pole. It's got a flexible basket down here. There's fabric in here. So any uneven terrain it's going to work extremely well on. It also adjusts in length with a quick snap, which is really beneficial when you're going uphill. You might want a little shorter pole.
Yep.
Coming downhill, lengthen it out a little bit, and you're good to go. And it gives you an idea of the actual dimension by putting it in a window here.
Yep.
So that's a real popular pole for us, for anybody that wants to do a little backcountry or someone that may be doing some snowshoeing.
Mm-hmm. So that's very cool. Now, and then this one also was neat because you can change the bottom, the basket.
Both Fisher and Swix, the two brands that we carry, have replaceable tips in some of their high-end poles. This one just has a simple ferrule. You pull off the tip, put on the new tip, screw it in, and you're good to go. Now, the benefit of that is if you would ever break one of these, you don't have to go through heating to melt glue, pulling off the tip, putting on a new one. And they also have smaller ones for harder conditions, larger ones for powder conditions. So you can fine-tune your pole.
So they kind of thought of everything, didn't they?
They really have. It's really come a long way. And I'm a real proponent of getting a lighter pole. You can ski a lot longer with less fatigue. They're pretty outstanding poles out there nowadays.
But would you say this is usually the item that most people don't put as much thought into?
Yes.
The pole. So you guys having obviously the wide variety of poles and obviously also having the expertise to instruct the person. I mean, I've learned more today than if I went in, I just go, well, this one's cool because it's silver.
I like that color.
Like that color. You can kind of set the right pole for the right person.
A good example of that is someone that may spend some time in the track, but really the majority of their skiing is going to be out the back door. Maybe they're going out the back door because they have close proximity to a snow machine trail or something like that they want to ski on periodically. Then we would recommend a pole similar to this. It's got a bigger basket, which gives you a little bit more flotation so you can push off a little easier in the deep snow. It's a little heavier, so at a facility like Jackson Ski Touring Foundation, it'd probably be a little overkill. You'd probably be better served going with a smaller basket.
Yeah. Well, definitely, I've learned more about poles than I thought, but it's very cool. Now, this is, of course, all available up at Gorham Bike and Ski. What are your hours up there, Jack?
9 to 5 every day.
9 to 5 every day. So, like, from now, you're going to shoot up there so people can meet up with you right there and say, hey, tell me about poles.
Exactly.
So 9 to 5 every day. And do you have a demo program? Can people also try poles out? Is that part of the...
We have a Fisher demo program, and it's an opportunity to get out there on some of the real high-end equipment, some of the same equipment that's used on the World Cup right now, especially skate product. We demo a lot of that out.
Yeah.
Now, that leads me to another point. The 8th of February, next Sunday, we will be having a demo day up there. So we'll be able to see Swix personnel, Fisher personnel, and we'll have Tub snowshoes up there for demo. It should be an exciting day for us.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out up there, Gorham Bike and Ski. You're located right at Jackson Cross Country.
That's right.
Right in the heart of Jackson Village, so you can't miss it.
That's right.
And, well, Jack, thanks so much for coming down.
Rob, thank you for having me.
Good to see you again. And, of course, definitely check out Gorham Bike and Ski up there at Jackson Cross Country. And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.
North of North Conway Village is a